spacing option for the team. The problem is they have like 3 really reliable spacers. After that, it's tricky, and one game is going to be so, I think, tied to 3-point variance and all the weirdness that can go down, and so it's very, like, Gary Trent Jr. could go 2 of 11 from 3, the Raptors lose. He goes 6 of 11 from 3, the Raptors win. It really could be that simple when you're talking about a single game, and the Raptors' dependence on him for his point production. He missed a lot of time at the end of the year. He got back to the final couple games, looked really good against the Bucks B team on Sunday. So,
well, if it isn't the most controversial man in wrestling.
I could say the same to you. Shouldn't your boot be making contact with someone's face right about now?
Claymore's taking a little break to recharge. I'm heading home for a few weeks to see my family.
I'm actually heading the same way.
Hardly with the similarities between us end. I respect you're doing things on your own terms. I've been there. But if you want to be the top dog, you're gonna have to come back to WWE to face the best.
The better question...
I knew I liked you, mate. You said you're heading my way. How about a sparring session when we get there? I'm sure we could both learn a thing or two from each other.
Count me in. British rules? I want to get...
British rules. No problem.
For what it's worth, but yeah, a Gary Trent Jr. heater is often the difference between the Raptors winning and losing, the way they're constructed, because of the limited shooting they have on hand. And with the challenges I think you're going to see Fred VanVleet face in Pat-Bev, Alex Caruso, if they take him off of Pascal, and I think it's something they run Pascal, Fred, pick and roll, and have just switch that action perhaps. You're going to see Caruso putting on and all that stuff. Like, I do think it's going to be a bit of a more difficult game for Fred to really make his mark offensively. I think the playmaking will probably be just fine, but shooting-wise, obviously, kind of get yourself most off. That might be a bit of a challenge. And so, yeah, it opens up Gary Trent Jr. and OG Anunoby 3-point barrage. Really the most important thing for the team, not to mention the sort of odd together with Scotty and Pascal. Well, we're going to come back to the other side, Pat, and some other matchups and predictions. I already gave my prediction for the game on yesterday on Locked On Raptors, but we'll get yours, see where you're at. And I'll reiterate mine for the Locked On Bulls program. We will get to that in just one second. But first, I'll tell you, Fred over at FanDuel, Grand Slam, no-hitters, and double plays are back. You know me, Locked On Raptors. I'm as big a baseball fan as a basketball fan. Maybe even more big of a baseball fan. I love the Bluebirds. And, don't bet on the Bluebirds for the Chicago White Sox, the Chicago Cubs. Never heard of them over at FanDuel. Right now is a great time to customer because you get set up to the plate with a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just go to FanDuel.com/locked-on. Sign up, place your first bet, get up to $1,000 back. Bonus bet. If you don't win, don't miss your chance right now. After a no-sweat, get up to $1,000. Join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/locked-on. Sign up. FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball, the NBA, and, of course, Locked On Podcast Network. All right, we continue on here. Rounding out the show, Pat the Designer, Locked On Bulls, Sean, Locked On Raptors. Continue to sort through our thoughts ahead of the Raptors-Bulls game. I want to ask you this question, Pat. There's one reason the Bulls win this game. What is it? Like, this thing has gone right, therefore this means the Bulls have a very good shot of winning. What is that one?
We are living right back in Kobe. Kobe White being a real key in this. I think that getting those goals offensively is going to be huge because the Raptors do one thing better than anybody I've ever seen. Passing lanes is not so you've got to be able to knock down that three ball. You've got to be able to find open looks. You've got to be able to play at the perimeter. I think that will open up the passing lanes a little bit more and allow opportunity for those to really get to the bucket, get to the cup, try to get some finishes down there. I think Holmes kind of gets Ralph Holmes a better version of a better offensive version of Holmes. And Holmes is much younger. That's nice. That's very nice. I think Siakam is a problem for anybody that plays against him. Like we talked about Fred VanVleet and how him and Pat Bev.
The spring preseason pass deal with Six Flags is here. A whole season of fun.
with a free platinum upgrade.
I don't expect that to be able to go off for 40 if he's right, like shutting down or helping to shut down Fred VanVleet if he can do that yet again. I think that those are the two that I'm going to be looking at the most and saying if there's going to be offense here. I'm looking at Zach and Kobe in this, but I will say this. DeMar does love to try and do it. It is one of his favorite things to do. It did not work in the last one, but it is one of his favorite.
The thing about OG Anunoby is he kind of blows up your best laid intentions a lot of the time.
Yeah. So it kind of that's the one thing where I'm like, okay, let's see if DeMar kind of can go off and just have that like I'm going to put Toronto out of the playoff moment. That would be fun to watch. But I think the guys that I most expect to have opportunities that can knock down, that's an opportunity is that.
Yeah, for me, as far as the one thing that's gone right if the Raptors win, I really think it's got to be like just crashing the offensive glass successfully. The Bulls, I talked about it on yesterday's show. The Bulls, as much as you shake your head, really good at limiting the offensive glass for the other teams. This season, I have the numbers available. Fourth in the league in opposing offensive rebounding percentage allowed. That's good. Second in the league at number of
Congratulations. So how does it feel to be the hottest thing in pro wrestling since Paul Heyman's undershirt?
First, it's great running into you, Justine. Second,
Heyman's words, not mine. Said him on my podcast. Any chance you'd like to come onto the show? Talk about everything you've been through?
don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of your podcast. Tavish and I listen whenever we can.
Oh, come on. Your run in the Apex tournament was incredible. And that's exactly what my listeners want to hear about. What do you say?
Massive here. It's a really
No time like the present, I guess.
Great. Let's set up a time ASAP.
Their first shot, half-court offense. It's really bad. Much like the Chicago Bulls, they overcome it by crashing the offensive glass like maniacs. One of the 3 best teams in the league in doing so this season, 3 or 4. They do it really, really effectively. They do it from all angles. They do it with wings. They do it with their bigs. And I think where the sort of offensive rebounding situation sorts itself out is probably going to determine this game.
Hey, heard you on Justine's podcast. Loud and clear. Talking in code again about a platter of stale...
I have to be totally honest.
Name's Chase. Had a stint at the PC recently? Or you might even know me as Ribby.
Oh, for sure. You're that mascot guy who almost made it.
Oh, don't play dumb with me. You know exactly how it played out. I never got a contract offer because you told...
Wow. Listen, I'd love to stay and clear this nonsense up, but...
Oh, I know. I was listening.
We'll see about that. Good luck, Chase. I hope you get to the bottom of
Oh,
it.
I doubt that very
First
much.
play it, there's nothing. We got nothing. No, if there was one thing that I really think the Bulls would cause the Bulls to struggle the most, it would be what they've kind of done all with getting off the bench. The Chicago Bulls often tend to play from behind in a lot of these games. And versus an offensive team, right, yeah, you can get hot, you can start to find your way back into it. But again, the Raptors are one of the best teams passing, and they're one of the best teams disrupting their opponent's offensive ability. One of the best teams with defensively as a whole, right? And then on top of that, when it comes to rebounding numbers, the Raptors are probably going to be on top of the Bulls as well as well. So you're not going to have as kind of a I believe it's next game versus the first quarter. Fantastic. We're back in the game, and it makes you feel better again. But there's so many games we can talk about. If it's not up, that is the part of the first quarter. Go along with how the starting lineup varying from them. I mean, they both can line up at that around. I think like they're somehow both among the top teams that have played for a lot of together.
if they lose this game, that they do anything if it does get down there, that could be our right all down the list. It's the team, the Raptors, but it's struggled to get down to the pass. They're really good at passing things. Sometimes they can really struggle. All they do is buy things. Guys are putting on the floor, but you don't have a specific win, which you might not see all the time. I do wonder how that all works. I wonder if maybe they could like stick Gap on a Pat Beverly just to make it so he's not hanging by the win. Backline risk defense breakdown for the reason the Raptors are so bad in every part of the season. They've been much better since Jack arrived, but pull him away from the basket and create all of those problems once over again. And if there's like a parade to the bucket because the Raptors got to go small or because Vooch is pulling Yak too far away from the bucket and there's no good help defense there, where Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam are incredibly important, that could be big time trouble for the Raptors. Pat, gotta ask you, who you got? I think the Raptors just not very confidently. It was a very
Thought you could just blow me off.
It's not polite to show up without an invitation, Chase.
Good one.
How you feeling?
But I think it's
You want serious? How about a match?
You sure?
Nope. You'll actually...
Very confident for
Even better.
Same thing, dude. Like, listen.
You want me to find a coin and just flip it on the podcast and we can decide that way?
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like when you think about, I think the Raptors have kind of been the same thing, right? Like they're a lineup that can beat everybody, and they're a lineup that can lose to everybody. Like it is maddening in Chicago. I have watched the Chicago Bulls beat the best of the best on multiple occasions, handedly dominating efforts versus the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics. Going out there playing in a double overtime game versus the Philadelphia 76ers, getting the win finally over Joel Embiid. Right, like I've watched the Bulls literally beat the best of the best. I've also watched the Chicago Bulls lose to the Indiana Pacers and Houston Rockets multiple times. Multiple times, like game wins.
Don't worry, the Raptors have I think
multiple
3
times.
losses to the Pacers this year as well. I think they got swept by the Pacers. Something close to it, really bad.
Yeah, it's so I feel like the Bulls can win this game. I feel like the effect of Pat Bear, DeMar DeRozan coming back to Toronto, Zach LaVine finally getting another opportunity to try and get himself to play. I think those things will matter, and that the Bulls will come out with a win. But I've also watched this Bulls team like get dominated just by people that won a little bit harder.
How about you? Of official predictions in a coin flip game. I don't have a coin now, but I do have. Set us around the American history. Maybe in football league. And I have a Hamilton Tiger Cast poster. I love the Hamilton Tiger Cast. Either way. I don't know why did I post the LOS. Mark Preston, yeah. And Johnny Manziel played a hot minute for the Tiger Cast. Go on down to
I know about Henry Burns and
there's common ground. Henry Burns, I don't know what's happening here. It's too far down the rabbit hole. Either way, Hamilton Titan Cats poster. I've got the Hamilton logo on the front. I've got a blank side on the back. I'm just going to flip it, hold it in the air, and if you win, the Bulls will win. If not, the Raptors will win. We all win. Here we go, in the air, let's go. Titan Cat side. Here's the blank side. The Toronto Raptors are going to win the 9-10-20th game. You heard it here first. Unbelievable, Pat. draft position for the other side. Although maybe not the Bulls, because take up the ball, yeah. Let's see what's going on with that. I don't know. For Raptors fans who are depressed about their station, just look at the Bulls pick sitch, and you'll feel a little bit better.
We could all be happy that we're not the Timberwolves.
You know what? You know what?
That's how I live life at this point.
That is the way to go into this play-in game. Whatever happens, not the Wolves. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Enjoy the play-in game. Bye-bye.
Peace.
This is why failure is more important than success. Because if that Mummy reboot had succeeded and launched the Dark Universe as it was intended to, we probably never would have gotten to see what would happen if Nick Cage, all Nick Cage is, went flat with Count Dracula. So Renfield, directed by Chris McKay, stars Nicholas Hoult as Renfield, who is Dracula's familiar. Nicolas Cage plays Count Dracula, and this movie is a bloody, dark comedy / allegory about getting out of toxic relationships with narcissists.
Have you heard what Noam Dar's been up to lately?
I've been a bit busy winning matches all over the world, so no. I haven't had time to keep up with Noam Dar or NXT UK at all.
Well, you're in luck, because I have been watching, and I'm really good at concise, informative recaps. Noam Dar is now both the NXT UK champion and holder of the Heritage Cup, which, reminder, is defended under British rules. Recently, he issued an open challenge for anyone to face him for both of his championships.
Not bad on the recap, but could have gotten to the point quicker. That open challenge is intriguing.
If you're interested, I can put some feelers out with NXT UK.
I am interested in answering the open challenge, but don't bother reaching out to NXT UK. I have a different plan. WWE likely won't play ball with me after how things ended. So what if I showed up unannounced?
Are we doing an invasion?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay. What happens if you win?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I'll play it by ear.